Yo, what is good guys? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the easiest methods to get BloxFruits while AFK. In this video, I'm going to be showing some methods to get some of the rarest mythical fruits like Yeti, Leo, and Kitsune. And all of these you can do while not even at your setup. You could be sleeping at school or anything like that, and it's all free. And at the end of this video, I'm going to be testing all of these fruits and seeing which one brings you the best result and the most mythical or rare fruit. So stay around for that to see what ended up being the best. Alright, first we're going to want to hit up the castle raids in the 3rd sea. Now this one's going to be a little bit of a grind because it needs a private server, but don't worry, I got free ones in my Discord server, so feel free to join that. And for this method, you're going to either want the love fruit or the phoenix fruit. Okay, we are at the castle on the sea. Now what we're going to want to do is either eat love or equip it if you have it perm. The easier one of these two would be to use awaken phoenix, because not all of you will have a macro that comes with your mouse or keyboard. But all you're going to want to do is download an auto clicker like everyone does. It's right here in the description. OP auto clicker is the best one. And then you just set your time. I did like 100. And then this will keep you like from not getting kicked out when you're AFK. And then the Awaken Phoenix F move will actually kill them while you're AFK. So like the flames go down forever, like all the way down, like infinitely. You can be however high up you want and they do damage. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how to do the love version of this, which will be easier to get mastery on or whatever, and it's easier to get your hands on a love fruit. So either eat it or equip it perm. And then what we're going to want to do is get a macro that can auto do like your moves for you while you're AFK. So for this, you're going to need a macro. Most of you, if you have like a decently like named brand, like if you got like a named brand keyboard or mouse, it's gonna have a program or software that comes with it that will have a macro. So if you have Logitech or Razer or something, just search up on Google Razer software, Logitech software, whatever, download it, and they'll guarantee to have a macro version. Same goes for your keyboard. And if you don't have either of these, all you have to do is go to your browser and type in TinyTask, and it should be the very first thing that comes up right here. And once you're there, you're going to see this download button. Just go ahead and click that. And then you'll know you did it right if at the top right it says this, depending on if you're using Google or not. But once you know that it's downloaded, just go ahead over to your file explorer, and it should be the thing at the very top, and you just double click that and you're in. Now that we have TinyTask equipped or downloaded, let me just bring it over from my other monitor. Alright, now that we have that all done, let's just click on preferences and try to follow along with me. And right here, you're going to want to click continuous playback, and that's what makes the macro run infinitely. And right here is we're going to set up our recording key. For you, it's going to be F8, I believe, so just set it to that. And then for the playback, you're going to set that to F12. So playback just makes it activate the macro, and the recording hotkey is what makes it record it for you. So now that we have everything correctly binded, what we're going to do is just record our actions, which we're going to want to be done while we're AFK. We're going to click the playback button, and that's just going to like copy everything we did right here, like infinitely. Alright, I think that's pretty good. Now I'm just going to wait for my cooldown to chill out, and then we're going to activate the macro and see if we did it right. If we didn't do it right, we can just change a little bit of things. We'll just go lower to the ground or higher to the ground, depending on like what we need. My cooldown is about to end any second now, and then we're going to click our playback key and see what we got. Alright, any second now, I'm about to click F12 and activate the macro. Okay, it's already off to a good start. Let's see if it keeps going. Alright, I think it's good. Like, yeah, it's even doing that spin glitch thing that happened the first time during my recording, so I think we're good. I'm just gonna double check it and make sure nothing goes wrong. But assuming nothing goes wrong and this is fine, some of you might not be able to get your hands on a macro some way, somehow, or can't get your hands on a love fruit. I do have an alternative version, but you're gonna need the gravity fruit. So if you somehow have gravity but not love, this next method will work for you, but I would advise that you try to find like a macro or like a macro software that comes with your mouse, anything, because it's like the alternative is just not as good, I'll be honest. But here you go if you still need it.
The next day.
Alright, so if you don't have these, you're going to want to use gravity fruit. Hopefully you can get your hands on it. If not, you can just trade for it in my server if you want. So basically your thing has an M1, right? So in theory you could just sit up here and spam the M1. But what if you want to do it when you're AFK? That's where you're going to want to download this, which is free, really easy to find. It's called Auto Clicker V3, and what this does, it just spams your mouse button over and over again while you're AFK or sleeping. So like you see how I'm running like this, the auto clicker will just do it on its own when you're not even there. And I'll show you guys how to set it up and what to do once you have it done. Alright, now that you have it opened, here's all you really have to do. Go to the seconds thing, and I put in 1 because when it goes too quick, it like bugs out my screen. Like it's hard to like do stuff. So I just put it on 1 second. I don't know if that's even different than 100 milliseconds. I don't know how that works, to be honest. And then you just click start to start the auto clicking. And by the way, if you are mobile, there's a mobile auto clicker that I will put in the description. I'm not going to show you how to set it up because I don't even know, but good luck with that. And here is a C2 option for people that are not in C3 or just prefer being in C2. This one, you are also going to need Tiny Task, and it's actually pretty cool. But what we're going to be using is the Raid Factory. So if you don't know, every 30 minutes or an hour and 30 minutes, I don't remember, but there is a raid, and what we're doing is aiming right above that door, and then we're just going to spam my gun, sand, and my sword, buddy sword. And we're just going to do this, and then I'm going to activate the macro thing, like the playback, and then we're going to play it. And it also matters where you're standing, because I think if you're too far, it won't hit the thing. Like, I've done it before, and it just did not work. So I assume it's because I was too far away, and I think it also matters if you're too close. So try to like eyeball it and get it really close to mine. But I'm about to click the playback button and see if it worked. Alright, let's see. Alright, I think it's good, but I don't know why it's so slow. Is it supposed to be like that? Oh, and it's holding. Okay, I think it's good though. I'm just gonna let this play and see if it's perfect, and I'm pretty sure we got it. Also, I forgot to mention, you need to put all of your stats on your gun, your fruit, and your sword, or else it will not do as much damage and probably not work. As well as you're gonna need to be in a private server. If you need one, just feel free to join my Discord. Now, this method requires money, so if you're new to C3, you might not have a lot of money and you gotta go hunt for sea beasts, but if you do have money, this is one of my favorite ones. Alright, so I'm at the mansion in C3, and this is my favorite method, mainly because I feel like I get the best RNG when I do this, and the best fruits I've gotten were from doing this method. So basically what we're going to be doing is using Tiny Tasks to perfectly redo the buying process, or the spinning process at the gacha. So basically, infinitely overnight, or when you're at school, it's going to be buying fruits from Zeolus. Go ahead and copy these settings that I'm putting into my Tiny Task, and then we're going to see if I do it right. It also does matter where you are standing, because sometimes you can accidentally hit the wrong NPC while you're AFK, so make sure to align it relatively similar to how I'm doing it here, and it should be fine just like this. And then we're gonna record the process of me spinning from the gacha. Alright, go ahead and click random fruit. Make sure to copy exactly what my mouse is doing, and don't move your mouse too much so it doesn't error in the playback. Oh, I didn't get anything lucky this time, but sometimes like I get the craziest fruits. And then go ahead and click X, and then make sure you align your mouse right on the Zeolus, so when it plays back, it perfectly re-clicks it and goes infinitely. And that's how you know you did it right. So now we're going to test and see if the playback worked, and we're going to see if it just does the exact same motion that I did when I originally spun the gacha. So make sure that yours looks exactly like mine as it's playing. That's how you know you did it right. If it does not look like this, there's a good chance that in its playback, when it's actually time to buy a fruit from the gacha, it will fail. So just make sure your playback looks similar to mine. I'm going to fast forward and just make sure it's generally close. And now we're going to go see the results of all of our methods we've gone over and see which one could give me the best and most mythical fruit. Alright, we're at the castle on the sea, and we're getting ready to do the Phoenix strategy. I'm unsure if I want to put it in the middle, because I feel like one of them is going to get stuck while they're trying to get me, so this might not be a permanent spot. I might end up moving it. We'll see. Yo, actually, okay, now that I think about it, I feel like there's like 100% chance one of them is going to get stuck and not be able to reach me. So I think I am going to move, but first I'm going to spin my fruit. Okay, I have the spot I want to go with. Now we're going to wait and see what we end up getting. Yo, okay, we got Dark and Rocket. That's not even that terrible. I feel like I should have more though. I left for like 3 or 4 hours. What the heck? Okay, I missed a few. Okay, so far the Phoenix did not do me justice. It seems I missed like 3 or 4. That's actually annoying. This is supposed to be the best one. Like this one like is really easy to do. It's like the easiest one, so I was hoping it was gonna be the most like successful. Alright, now we're doing the love fruit option. Hopefully this does better than the Phoenix one, which completely failed me, and I'm going to set the parameters of the Tiny Task and then begin the recording. Here we go. Now we're just going to see if it does it right, and assuming it does, we're going to let it run a little bit longer just so I can redeem myself, because the Phoenix one completely failed me. I don't know what happened there. Alright, now that we got it all set up, let's go ahead and see what we got from the method, and hopefully it's better than the Phoenix one. Yo! Okay, we're already off to a way better start. We got 2 chops and a creation. And that's not even everything that's already in the inventory. Ooh, okay, that's not bad. I think I saw a diamond in there. So far, the diamond is the most rarest fruit that we've gotten so far, which I'll gladly take for now. Hopefully one of the next methods can give me something a little bit better, but let's go ahead and see what we end up getting from the gravity version of this But first, I gotta drop everything, and I'm gonna collect it all inside the sea castle. And then when I'm done with that, we're just gonna go ahead and move on to the gravity version of this, hopefully, which works just as well, because this one low-key cooked, I'm not gonna lie. But the thing is, I don't know how long I'm gonna let the gravity one run for, because I want to get this done in like... Okay, we're back at the castle on the sea, and this time we got the gravity fruit to do the gravity method. All you gotta do, hold F up here, and then I'm gonna fly up. I'm probably gonna switch where I'm at, because I feel like it depends where you're at, so they don't get stuck. So there's a good chance I might end up moving where I'm at to see if I can get somewhere that has a little bit more chance of them not messing up. Alright, now that we think we have where we want to stand, let me just set up the auto clicker and begin the auto clicking. I don't know, I might end up moving it lower because I feel like it's going away from me and they're going to be right under me. But anyway, let's go see what we finally got from this method and see if it's better than the Love and the Phoenix version. Okay, I'm back after like 3 or 4 hours, and it seems like we already got some good stuff. We got a light and a flame fruit. That's not even that terrible. First, I gotta turn off the auto clicker because it is bugging my screen. Alright, there we go. I think we got one other fruit or 2 other fruits. Let's go ahead and check and see what we got now. Okay, Eagle. Is that the rarest we've got? Is that more rare than a diamond? I don't really know like the rarities of the lower fruits. But so far this is not terrible. But if it isn't better than the diamond, then that means that Love so far has gotten me the best results. So let me just drop these, and then we're going to move on to the other method, which is spinning at the fruit gacha. Alright, we're finally at the gacha to do my favorite method, because I feel like I have the best luck when I'm doing this method. But basically I'm just going to line up, and then we're going to get everything situated. But I have really high hopes, and hope this one actually gives me the greatest and most mythical fruit. So make sure to copy exactly where I'm standing, because this one is really easy to mess up. And then we're also going to want to copy my settings that I have here. If you don't have exactly what I'm doing, there's a good chance that yours will mess up and you'll end up coming back in like 3 or 4 hours and it is just not working. But once we got all this situated, I'm going to get ready to turn on my tiny task recording and make sure it's doing it right. Alright, we're beginning the tiny task now. Let's go ahead and buy it. Make sure to copy all the moves I'm doing with my mouse. Oh my god, imagine we got booted, that would have been crazy. I mean, diamond's not bad. That was the best thing that we got from the Love one, so I would low-key take it. That's not terrible. And now for the most important step, we gotta make sure that the playback is actually good and there was no errors, because if we come back in 3 hours and have no fruits, we did something wrong in the playback. So I'm just gonna check it and see if it's perfect. Also, your guys's should look exactly like mine. If it's not exactly like this, there's a good chance you're coming back to no fruits. So just rewind the video if you think you did it wrong. And then yeah, you should be good. So far it looks normal. This is what yours should also look like. There we go, and it's almost finished. And once it is, we're gonna go ahead and see the results from my favorite method, and hopefully we get the most craziest and most mythic fruit. Now we're just gonna wait for our playback to be done. It is almost there, and then once it is, we are gonna go straight to the results, and hopefully I get some crazy stuff. Alright, it's finally done. Please give me a crazy fruit. Okay, I see a spin fruit. That is not great. Let me cancel the tiny task real quick. And hopefully the third fruit is good, bro. Hopefully if the third fruit is good. And I got a chop. Dang, I'm not gonna lie. I had my highest hopes on this one. This was supposed to be the greatest one. I have like the craziest luck when I use this. It seems not, bro. But let me stack it up real quick. I mean, it's not terrible because I got diamond from the first spin. But like, does that even count? Well, let me put all the fruits here together at the sea castle, and then we can see all the fruits we've gotten in C3 so far before we go on to the C2 method. We got like 10 or 11 fruits here, like we're low-key balling. Oh my goodness. Alright, and let me get right next to it so y'all can like get a better look at like the fruits that we got. But so far, I think the rarest or most valuable one I've gotten is Creation. No, is that not like the most? Where's the diamond? It's either Creation or diamond. So far, not bad. But we're gonna need the C2 to redeem it. We're gonna need the C2 method to redeem it and get like some crazy fruits for us. But for being AFK while doing these, this isn't terrible. Like, I'll take free fruits over no fruits. But we just gotta hope that we get something crazy in C2. Oh my god! There's a raid on the castle on the sea. There's still a chance. Hold on. Let me equip Buddha. Alright, we're on the last one. Please give me a crazy fruit. Yo! Yo, that's crazy. I just got booted from the last raid. That's insane. Okay, now let's hope we get something even crazier in C2. Alright, we're finally at C2. We don't necessarily need to redeem ourselves anymore because we got a Buddha fruit, but I would still like to get a mythical fruit from C2. Oh, but first, I gotta change my stats. Oh my goodness, I'm going broke. Yo, feel free to give me some stat refunds. My username is ToolShicey, same as my YouTube. Alright, so here are the stats we're going to be buying. We're going to be buying a little bit of this, maybe a little bit of that. Oh, and of course we got to get that. Alright, there we go. I think we got that all set up, and let me, oh my. Wait, let me, oh. Wait. And then nah, I still got it. Back in my prime. Alright, let's get that tiny task all set up. Go ahead and copy these settings. Oh, let me close Riot real quick so I can see this better. Alright, there we go. Go ahead and copy these settings I got going on right here, and then let's get some crazy stuff from this. Even though we got a Buddha, are we feeling a redemption run here? Like, I could low-key see the vision. Like, I can see us getting something super crazy. Alright, now I'm just gonna stand still and record my tiny task. Do exactly as I'm doing, so hopefully you can also get a crazy fruit from C2. A little buddy X. Go straight to Kabucha, hit X at that. Oh, also make sure you're aiming right above the door, same as me too, or it's hitting absolutely nothing, little bro. There we go, and then I think I'm gonna do it one more time, just so like in the recording it can auto click T for me. Alright, now that I'm just about done, we're gonna go ahead and see the results, and please give me something crazy. Alright, we're back after 3 or 4 hours, and yo! Is that what I think it is? It is. Oh my god, we got our mythical. How long was it there for? I got all 2 of the raids. That's actually crazy. Yo, that's crazy. And I got the eagle fruit. And probably the mammoth on the first one. That is insane. Let me go drop these and stack them up. But that is crazy. It is a good day to be a C2 player because y'all are representing right now, bro. This is a crazy fruit. Have I ever even spun this from the gacha or anything? I don't think I have, bro. Alright, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and who would have actually thought that the C2 was gonna bring me the best fruit of the day? That is insane. If y'all enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comments, and also let me know what kind of fruits you guys gotten from this method. But with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.